Every year, a very special kind of selection takes place that is important to everyone who appreciates the value of DC's history and culture. It happens quietly but powerfully. It's the DC Humanities Council's careful selection of grantees for the DC Community Heritage Project in partnership with the DC Historic Preservation Office. This is a showcase for the committed individuals and the dynamic organizations actively working every day to protect, communicate, and engage new minds in discovering the fabulous cultural tapestry of our nation's capital. Upgrading, expanding, and staying culturally relevant, all while maintaining integrity with a mission-driven heritage, is a hallmark of the way DC moves. That's what's been going on at the Phyllis Wheatley YWCA.
My name is Paulette Holloway, and I serve as the Executive Director of the Phyllis Wheatley YWCA.
I am Patricia Plummer, and my role is I'm the President of the Board of Directors.
And our project is called Meet Me at the Y. And it's an oral history project that is going to capture who we are over the last, hopefully close to the last 111 years that we've been in existence.
It wasn't called Phyllis Wheatley at that time, it was just a Y because they had experiences with the YWCA. They knew women were coming to the Washington area for jobs, for school, and they wanted to provide a safe place for women to live.
Well, when we heard that somebody wanted stories told about what happens in sort of neighborhoods, immediately we got excited because we've been in Shaw for over 100 years. We started with the concept that we would interview at least 10 people. It actually has turned out that we've interviewed 12 because as we got going, we found there were more people that we wanted to get involved in the project.
Just what was happening in Shaw when you were living at the Y? Because that was one of our questions, what was happening? And so everybody had something different to say. Many people mentioned Marion Barry because he was the mayor at that time. Some mentioned Bill Clinton. The woman who, the 100-year-old lady, she mentioned March on Washington. So everybody has a story, and that's what we wanted to capture everybody's story. What is your story, and how does Phyllis Wheatley matter to you? So it was an amazing story. It was an amazing project.
You know, one of our narrators is 91 years old, and she told us stuff that was happening during the war. Phyllis Wheatley, of course, we know that she was the first African-American female poet here in America, and she was just such an inspiration to the women that started the Y. Started as a book lovers club.
What was different was the YWCA was such the heart of Shaw, because that's where so many African Americans went, because it was segregated. In the 20s, when it was founded in 1905, segregation was rampant. So where do you go? So this was this 1920, they're on the corner of 9th and Rhode Island. We have a recreation center there. We've got the banquet hall. Things are just going on. The cafeteria, Carter G. Wilson had his meals there. Dorothy Height used to be the executive director. You know, so I mean, there's a lot that was happening in that little building. And so, but people don't know that because that story has never been memorialized. It's still growing, still there, still growing, still serving women. That's the most important thing. Our mission has not changed in all those years, which I think is something we should be proud of.